When I left things off yesterday in vlog number 1 from Kennedy Space Center, we were leaving the Saturn V complex and heading back to the main visitor center. That's where we'll pick things up right now. We're going to check out the Space Shuttle Atlantis, the Astronaut Hall of Fame, and so much more. Please like, comment, and subscribe. when seeing the Space Shuttle Atlantis, you actually start at the top of the hangar and then you make your way down to the bottom floor, to ground level. And when you get here, there is just a moving, almost gut-wrenching tribute down here to the lives lost on the Columbia and the Challenger. The Challenger explosion was actually my first memory of any news story. I'm 42 years old, so I was 5-ish, maybe even a little less than that, and I remember that so vividly. And just stepping in and seeing this tribute, like I said, gut-wrenching I think is the best descriptor. And we're gonna go in and see this. I'm gonna try to be respectful and obviously not talk when I'm in there, but this is really, really moving. minutes we have seen some somber things, some reminders that as a species we didn't just go from point A to point B as far as space travel without some major hurdles, some major hiccups, and the loss of life. And I think that the perseverance to deal with those tragedies, and like I said, I remember the Challenger, and I remember how big of a tragedy that was for the United States, and to continue to pursue this goal even after dealing with those unspeakable tragedies just shows the human spirit and is so inspirational. So while yes, it is sad and we mourn the people who passed, we have to remember that they were pushing for a goal, and we need to continue to push for those goals. So I find it inspirational as well as somber. We're gonna go into the store now and check out the merch, which is a complete 180 as far as the vibe, but there's some really cool merch here, so we're gonna check that out right now. We are at the tiny little quick service restaurant here in the Gateway building, and I decided that I would stop and get myself a little something to eat. They have create your own bowls for $11.99. You get one base, so I got the brown rice. You get one protein. I was gonna think about the barbecue jackfruit, but I went with the beans instead. 4 toppings, I went with the jalapenos, avocado, pico de gallo, and cheddar cheese. Then got the chipotle ranch dressing on top of it, so let's give it a little taste here. So there's a lot to it, which on a day when you're out and about walking around and you need that extra energy, you know, it definitely does have some carbs in here, have some protein, so that's pretty good. It is very flavorful, but it's basically just about the level of like a Chipotle. But very good and not all that much money considering you're inside a ticketed event or a ticketed venue. So I'm gonna finish this, but I think it's pretty good. So inside Gateway, in addition to some exhibits more talking about the future of space travel, there are also 4 versions of a ride, and it was described to me by the employee there that it was sort of like Soarin' at Walt Disney World. So we did not choose to ride it this time because I am with a friend who has motion sickness, but we decided to skip that. Plus, I've been up for a very long time because I had to get up super early to get here. So we decided to skip that, but if you are here, there are 4 different simulators that are similar to Soarin' apparently, so you might want to try that if you're making your trip to Kennedy Space Center. of the more famous members of the Hall of Fame, but do research on all kinds of astronauts because all of them have done incredible things. But we're going to look at some of the Hall of Fame members that are more household names right now. And that will do it for our day at Kennedy Space Center here in Cape Canaveral, Florida. The ticket I got for today was about $73, and that is with a discount because my friend is an annual pass holder here. Also, because she's an annual pass holder, we were able to park for free. So it is a little bit of a pricey experience, but I think it's worth it, especially for a one-time visit. If you give yourself that one day to not be in the theme parks, take the hour drive and really get to see some history, some American history, get the kids interested in STEM, get them interested in science. It really is an inspirational place to visit. I'm a history person, and I just love the history nature of being here at Kennedy Space Center. I know everybody knows that I'm Irish and I'm proud of my Irish heritage, so obviously I have that connection with President Kennedy, but it is such a great place to visit. I think especially if you're traveling with kids, get them away from the theme parks just for a day. And this might be the excuse to take them out of school because they're getting that educational content, but it's really, really worth it.